So I want to go over some tips that I've learned from doing all of this. And the first tip is with this water balancer, pressure balancer. When I insert it in, you would think it rotates like this, but it actually doesn't. What happens is there's this notch here. There's this notch at the top, and in that copper valve there is another thing that when you stick it in, it seats right into this, and it wobbles maybe a little bit like that, but you can't completely turn it because that thing seats right in here. So you can just push this in and make sure it seats right in, and if you turn it a little bit, it won't turn, a 360. And that's important because, when you push in the mixer valve, it's not like these two things won't align with these two holes. So you don't have to worry about that. The second tip is I bought this Danco silicone grease, which is used to lube these O-rings when you put it in here. And what that's supposed to do is it's supposed to keep the O-rings soft. But also, when I first pushed this is a old mixer valve. When I first pushed this in, it actually didn't go all the way in. It needed a lot more force than I would have expected because it is quite a tight fit. But when I put the silicone grease in here, it actually fit right in fairly nicely. It's important that you get the silicone grease and not use Vaseline or any petroleum-based grease, because supposedly the petroleum-based is bad for the O-rings and rubber. Either it wears it out faster or it actually bloats it. But for the most part, it's recommended that you use this petroleum-based grease. And for the most part, if you open up inside, it just looks like Vaseline, but it's silicone-based. The third tip is the pressure. So if you're like me and you change out basically this old pressure balancer with the new one, and all of a sudden you have all of this rattling like I did with the pipes, and to the point where it's a very loud type of rattling, you would need to get what's called a water hammer rester, depending on what source causes the rattling. So if you look at my one of my other videos, the water hammer video, when I flush the toilet and this closes the water supply, it actually rattles my shower pipes very loudly. The walls actually kind of shake a little bit, and it's not an exaggeration. I was able to resolve it just by shifting this and kind of shifting that flexible pipe a little bit. And I guess that relieves some of the pressure. So, but if that doesn't do it for you, you might actually have to open this up and put in something called a water hammer rester. So just Google water hammer arrestor. All right, I hope your do-it-yourself fix-it will be a lot smoother than mine, and good luck. Thank you for watching.